Good evening everyone. So in our last class we had discussed about the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. So today we will discuss about the capacitance, how to determine the capacitance of cylindrical capacitor and spherical capacitor. Then after that we will be discussing about the energy stored in a capacitor. So now for that let us consider a hollow cylinder. So suppose this one. So suppose this one is, this radius of this one is A and this one is B. The outer one is grounded. That means the inner is having solid cylinder, it is having a radius A, and the outer cylinder is having, that is a hollow cylinder, and these are coaxial. So outer cylinder is having a radius of B. So suppose this one is positively charged, this one will be negatively charged. This one is grounded, the outer one is grounded. Now for that, for determining the capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor, let us consider an imaginary cylinder of suppose radius R, now of length suppose 1 meter. Now we know that according to Gauss law, we know that flux coming out is equal to charge enclosed. From that, B is equal to Q by A. We know that, or in differential form we can write dds is equal to surface integral of dds is equal to Q. So that means the flux coming out is equal to charge enclosed. Now what is the area of this one, this imaginary cylinder? This area will be equal to 2 pi r into 1, because this length, this circumference will be 2 pi r, and that is pi d into 1. So it is equal to 2 pi r unit square or meter square. So 2 pi r. Now we will substitute this one, the value of A in equation 1. So it will give you B is equal to Q by 2 pi r. So this implies, as we know that the electric flux density is equal to epsilon into electric field intensity. So this implies E into E is equal to Q by 2 pi r. So that gives you E is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon into R. Now we know that electric field is nothing but negative of potential gradient. So E is equal to minus dV by dx. That gives you V is equal to minus integration of dx. So now if you put these values, so this will be given by V is equal to minus, in place of E we can write Q by 2 pi epsilon into R. So in this case let us take this one as dr, because the variation is along the radius. So let us take this one, it will be dr, and it will be from B to A. Now if we take the integration of this one, it will be minus Q by 2 pi epsilon in place of, so it will be minus Q by 2 pi epsilon, or you can write this one as if you change the limit. So if we, let us change the limit. By changing the limit, it will be same as, it will be A to B, it will be Q by 2 pi epsilon R dr. So this will be V is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon, it can be taken out, and integration dr by R. You know that the integration of dr by R is equal to ln R. So it will be Q by 2 pi epsilon into ln R. Now put the limit, it will be from A to B. So that gives you Q by 2 pi epsilon ln V by. Now let us type out this one. Now this will be V is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon ln V by A. Now we know that Q is equal to C into V. By substituting that one, we can write C into V divided by 2 pi epsilon ln V by. So from this, V will get cancelled. C is equal to 2 pi epsilon divided by ln V by. This will be in farad per meter, ln V by farad per meter. So this is nothing but the capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor. Now we will go for the capacitance of a spherical capacitor. So how to determine the capacitance of a spherical capacitor? Similarly, consider a hollow sphere of radius b, and this one is suppose A, this one is suppose B. Now if this one is, the inner one is suppose positively charged and it will be negatively charged, the outer one will be negatively charged. Now we know that again we can apply the Gauss formula. Suppose consider an imaginary sphere at a radius r. Now we know that dds is equal to surface integral of dds is equal to q, that is flux coming out is equal to charge enclosed. So from that we can write down d is equal to q by a. So what is the area of the imaginary sphere? It will be q by 4 pi r square. We know that the area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. We are taking for this imaginary sphere. So that gives you, again we know that the electric flux density is equal to epsilon into electric field intensity. So it is equal to q by 4 pi r square. So that gives you E is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon into r square. Now we know that we know that the electric field is equal to negative of the potential gradient. So in this case, E is equal to minus dV by dr, because the variation is along the r direction. So that gives you V is equal to integration of minus dD. So the limit will be from again B to A. Now this will give you V is equal to, now we will change the limit, it will be from A to B, it will be E dr. So E, now put the values of E from this equation. Suppose this one is equation 1. So it will be A to B q by 4 pi epsilon r square into E. Now this will give you V is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon is constant, that can be taken out. So it will be r to the power integration of r to the power minus 2 dr A to B. So it will be q by 4 pi epsilon, it will be r to the power minus 1 by minus 1, it will be minus 1 by r. Now put the limit, it will be from A to B. So now substituting all the values, let us wipe out this one. So by wiping out, now let us wipe out this one. So this will give you V is equal to, so now I am taking it here. So V is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon. Now put the limit, it will be from A to B. So it will be 1 by A minus 1 by B. So now that gives you V is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon. Now if we will take the LCM of this one, it will be AB and this will be B minus A. So again, by putting the value of Q is equal to C into V, it will be 4 pi epsilon V minus A by AB. So VV get cancelled out, so that gives you C is equal to 4 pi epsilon AB divided by V minus. So this one is the capacitance of a spherical capacitor. The unit will be in farad per meter. So in the next class we will be discussing about the energy stored in a capacitor and energy density. So thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.